So today we're going to go ahead and learn how to order a set of real numbers arising from mathematical and real-world contexts. Let's look at the examples in practice. Fill in each circle with less than or greater than or equal to symbols to make a true statement. Square root of 7, is it less than or equal to or greater than the 2 2/3? By this time, you know how to get a square root of a number, so you go ahead and use the calculator to get a square root of 7. The value of square root of 7 is 2.64575, but I'm just going to go ahead and use the 2 wholes and the hundreds place. Now we'll change the 2 2/3 into decimal. Click to the addition sign, then click the symbol for fraction, enter the numerator, enter the denominator, click enter, but you're gonna get an improper fraction of 8/3. To change this to a decimal, you have to go ahead, click control and ends. So you click the control, the ends, and then menu, and then number, the right arrow key, and then choose convert to decimal. Finally, click enter to see your answer in decimal form. Now, looking at our decimal forms, you can now read it again and compare 2.64 compared to 2.66. What I always tell my students is that you can think of this like money. This is $2.64, and this one is $2.66. So if you are reading this first, $2.64, is it less than the $2.66? And therefore, it makes sense. The $2.64 is less than a $2.66. So this is your symbol, the less than, pointing to the left. Okay, and then now we're going to use the number line to plot our 2.64. So it's not exactly here on 2.6, but it's about here. The 2.64, which is actually the square root of 7. And you know, it keeps on going by different numbers behind it. While the 2 2/3 is about close to 2.7, about here, 2.66 with a bar notation, which is originally 2 2/3. Okay, let's move on to the next. 5 squared divided by 10. Is that less than or greater than or equal to a pi? To write 5 squared over 10, click the symbol for fraction. This is it. Click 5, then x squared. Click the arrow down key to go to the denominator. Click 10. Click enter, but you're going to get an improper fraction. To change the improper fraction or any fraction to decimal, click control, the ends, menu, number, right arrow key, and convert to decimal. You may hit enter. Then you'll see on your screen this ends, decimal, and then click enter, so your fraction will be changed to decimal. So your 5 squared divided by 10 is 2.5 or 2.50. You can think of it like $2.50. And your pi, you can think of it like $3.14. Now you have to read again from left to right. $2.50, is it less than or greater or equal to $3.14? Which one will you choose? Of course, $2.50 is less than $3.14. The next one is square root of 25 compared to 1/2. Square root of 25 is 5, while 1/2 in decimal is 0.5, which is 50 cents. Read it from left to right, $5 compared to 50 cents. Of course, $5 is greater. Plot it on the number line. Remember, on your number line, anything on the left side is less than the number on the right side of it. Okay? Let's move on to item number 1 here, a word problem. Order each set of numbers from least to greatest. Verify by graphing the numbers on a number line. I have a hint here. Express the numbers in standard decimal notation first, okay? And then think of them like money. Compare them like money. Which one is the least one? We're gonna want the least first, then go into the greatest. Now comparing their place values, the whole numbers, the smallest is, of course, the 5 compared to the 6. But you have to look now for the numbers behind the decimal point and compare them by place values. This is now from least to greatest. The next one is about runners and the time in seconds that they ran. You have to change all the mixed numbers, all the numbers in decimal, so you can compare them like money. Now, how would you enter this pi divided by 24 on your calculator? Let's see what number should be placed behind these 12 holes. Click the key for fraction, click the pi, go down to the denominator and click or enter 24. Then click enter. You'll get a 0.1309, which you can just take the 13 cents and put it behind the $12 here. Now you can compare your decimal numbers from fastest to slowest. And when you're the fastest, you are the least amount of time. While you're the slowest, you have the greatest amount of time. Therefore, the fastest is Jill. It only took Jill 12 seconds, 0.09. Okay? So, it's the least amount of time, therefore she's the fastest. Then the second person is the 12 seconds, 0.13. It's a little slower than Jill, so she's the second, Hansel, or he. And then the third person, who's the slowest, we're getting slower here, is Jack, because it's a bigger number of amount of time, right? So Jack is getting slower, and the slowest is the biggest number, which is Gretel, 12.60. Okay? So this makes sense to you because that's from fastest to slowest, or least amount of time going to the biggest amount of time, which is the slowest person. Okay? You can always rewind this. Good luck on your homework, and I'll see you in class.